From China. Personally, the thing that inspires me most about China, what inspires me most about China is the way they have lifted 700 million people out of poverty in 30 years. This has never happened in human history. And for someone who cares about humanity, I think this is an example which the entire world can follow and learn from China. So, for me, this is the most important thing Pakistan can learn, the way China has lifted people out of poverty. And what I have understood so far, China allowed their businesses to make money. China concentrated on their special economic zones, the export zones. They brought in investment from outside. They created wealth. And from that wealth creation, they spent it on the less privileged, poor section of the society. And that's how they've achieved the miracle. And that's what we intend to do in Pakistan. The other thing I've learned from China is the way China has tackled corruption. President Xi Jinping's, one of his biggest crusade has been against corruption. And from what I hear, correct me if I'm wrong, that some 400 people, ministerial level people in the last 5 years have been convicted on corruption and put behind jail. And then, you know, I read in the papers, now I don't know whether it is true, that there was a Chinese mayor who, tons of gold was found in his room. And within 5 days he was convicted. So, why is this very important for not just Pakistan, but most of the developing world to learn from? Because the most important thing is, if you have corruption, it stops investment. Corruption is one of the biggest impediments in investment coming into your country. The reason, one of the main reasons why we have not been able to develop this great potential of Pakistan has been the fact that red tapeism, and red tapeism is also because of corruption. When you slow down, by slowing down procedures through red tape, it is a way of getting speed money, corruption money. And corruption, when firms have an opportunity of, they can invest anywhere in the world, they will always invest in economies that are cleaner, economies where there are less impediments in the way of investment. So I wish I could follow President Xi's example and put 500 corrupt people in Pakistan in jail. But unfortunately, we have a very cumbersome process, and so we hope in time we will improve it. But I do believe that this is something also, the way China has gone ahead, the way they have learned from their experiences. I went to the Chinese Communist Party, and they explained to me the process of meritocracy, how everything is analyzed, how there's a constant think tank thinking of how to improve themselves. So this is remarkable about the way China has gone ahead, and looks like it will leave all the countries behind within the next decade. Now, Pakistan. Since my government has come into power, we have taken a conscious decision that we will make it easier and easier for investors to come into Pakistan, and we will want them to make profits in Pakistan. We will encourage profitability. We had a mindset where businesses, when they started making profit, there was some sort of an envy in our system, in our bureaucracy, amongst our politicians, and they would somehow want to pull them down. This government is the first government since 1960s which is encouraging businesses now, which wants them to make profits in Pakistan, which wants them to get rich in Pakistan. And the Prime Minister's office is driving this, the opportunities for people to invest in our country. The ease of doing business is driven from the Prime Minister's office. Now we have just formed a CPEC authority because we were having problems in CPEC projects because they were under a lot of different ministries. Now we have decided that there will be one authority which will resolve all the problems of CPEC. And that authority will be in the Prime Minister's office so that it can, my office can make it easier for people investing in Pakistan, people from China investing in Pakistan. I'm pleased to say that we have done a few things which I will tell you. We have in Gwadar Port and phase 1 of Gwadar Free Zone that has been completed. And Gwadar Airport will soon be completed. Work has started on it. Gwadar, as you know, is the port. One of the whole idea of CPEC initially was to connect China to the Indian Ocean and to the Gwadar port. So we have also now Gwadar's smart port city master plan has been improved finally. It took us time. Concessions for Gwadar port and free zone have been approved. Issues of tariff and pending payments on energy projects have been resolved. In the phase 2 of CPEC, our cooperation will focus on industrial cooperation, agriculture. Very important agriculture. Pakistan has one of the most fertile lands, but unfortunately one of the lowest productivities. And that's what we hope to learn from the Chinese experience of your high productivity, seed development, in water management, in fisheries especially. So that is the next emphasis. And why, just as my Commerce Minister said, why should people invest in Pakistan? So there are 5 reasons which I want to again repeat. Pakistan's strategic location. Pakistan is one of the most strategic located places in the world. Number 2, we have a population of 220 million people. And unlike China, Pakistan's 60% of Pakistanis are below the age of 30. One of the youngest populations, which means a vibrant population, a young, vibrant population, labor force. And then we have started this economic revival through reforms. You will be pleased to know, those who want to invest in Pakistan, that in the ease of doing business, Pakistan has made the biggest strides. We have gone up the greatest number in the whole of South Asia. And overall in the world, we are number 8 in a country that has made the greatest advances in ease of doing business.